Greetings, all my best of souls. Actually, all the souls are the best. Yes. It's just the mind that make trouble for everyone. In order to control the mind, we just have to practice, for example, with the punning method. I can never emphasize that enough. Hope all of you okay anyway. Yes. Today I just want to especially thank you, all the diligent workers, teams of Supreme Master Television, and also all the people who upload some of my talks onto the websites of different social media. I don't know how you did that, and I did not know that before. I just know them recently, like some weeks ago, weeks ago. Time passed so quickly, I didn't know. I thought I'd been in this tent situation just like 4 or 5 days. But when I looked back, checked, it's already 1 month and 1 day. When you are so busy, you do not recognize the time and space even. And by the way, I just wish you all the best in God's blessing and wish you a speedy improvement, progress in your spiritual endeavor. Please remember what I told you last time, okay? Of course, for the Guanyin practitioners, you already know what to do. But for the outsiders, the vegans, vegetarians, and non-veg, please try to be vegan. Vegetarian is very good. It's not killing, but it also causes a lot of suffering for the cow people. And the cow people are also bred in excessive numbers nowadays. And then it produces this kind of cow people rising, animal people rising produces a lot of methane and endangers our planet and, of course, our lives. I'm still in the wild forest. I forgot I wanted to thank also some individual and some website media who deleted some of the harmful speech from some liars. Unfortunately, they were trying so hard to attack me. And, this is life. I mean, in the physical life, it is, I guess, unavoidable. Even in the Buddha's time, Jesus' time, Guru Nanak's time, Lord Mahavira's time, Prophet Muhammad's time, peace be upon him, and Baha'u'llah's time, etc. All the masters' times, in their periods of time, they always had to endure a lot. And not everybody knows about it. Not many know about it. But I'm more fortunate, I think, because I have a tent even to stay warm in. It's about 10 degrees or a little less outside. Yes. But it's bearable. Just that is wet here, wet there, and the water condensation stays in the edges of the tent so that you have to wipe it or air it out by in the morning opening of the zipper so that the air comes in, and then maybe you have to air while you're sleeping back outside. If it's not raining, of course, yes. Or you air it while under the protective layers of the tent. It's just inconvenient to live in a tent because you have to rely on battery, but it's doable nowadays, and that is very convenient. If you don't have a car, you can ask the taxi driver. If you treat him well, he might help you to bring the battery home and charge it for you, or you find some station that helps you to charge and, try to find a way. There's always some way to take care of yourself when you live in a tent. If you have a little foldable or portable solar panel, it also helps. But you have to be very frugal. I'm very frugal with with battery because I rely on that to work right now. If I didn't work for Supreme Master Television with so many shows every day, then I would not really need the battery at all. You don't need it. If you live in a forest, in the woods, there's always dry wood about, and you can use that to cook and warm yourselves. And you can use the coals after the fire. You can use all the coals and put them in a ceramic little pot and cover it with ash, a little thin ash on top. That will be warm for many hours. And that's how you keep the outside of your tent warm also. And if you open the tent zipper, the warmness of the coals will also be inside your tent, and it will keep you warm for a while. That's what the people in the countryside in Vietnam do. My grandmother did that. After she cooked the meal, at night she saved the coals and put them under her bed in a little pot, ceramic pot, and put that under her bed. But the bed in Vietnam is different, because the bed has no cover or anything. It's just some wood beams underneath, and then they would put like a tatami thin sheet made of grass, like those that you bring with you to the beach in summer. Yeah. So, of course, the warmness of the coals will be felt when you lay on it. Talking about a taxi, in my situation, you have to walk far away to the street in order to call a taxi using one of the street house numbers and stay there and wait for the taxi. Where I live, there is there's an address or no address. The tent life is not too bad. It's free. It's more free. Just that inconvenience, because if I have to work, such as my workload, I need a telephone, I need a computer, and of course then I need electricity. Lucky nowadays you can have a battery, you can charge it, and then you can use electricity from the battery, which is doable. Every couple of days you have to change. It's just more inconvenient. The most inconvenient is that the telephone doesn't always work. Sometimes it takes me half an hour to connect with some of my team members. And that's the only inconvenience, because I have to let them know that they should pick up the shows that I have edited, for example, like that, or tell them to go into contact. They are not always at their computer. And my computer sometimes doesn't work very well. The internet is not always very smooth, but it is doable. Oh, thank you, God, for all that. I'm really grateful for all these inventions, which make people's lives more comfortable, more convenient, and time-saving. The normal person, normal citizen in the world today lives better than a king in the old times. Truly like that. Yeah. And if we have all peace, and a vegan world, then this is a paradise to live for. Such a beautiful world. We just have to keep it. Anyway, I'm very grateful already to be alive and to still be able to work for you, for this world, for all beings on it, whom I love so much. I'm praying every day, requesting help for you from heavens. But the best help is that we help ourselves. They say that God helps those who help themselves. It is true like that, because there are ways and means that all the masters sent by God already taught us since time immemorial. We know what to do. We just don't want to, or don't really care so much about it, or really think it's not important. It is important. Just like you live in a society, In the world, there are laws in different countries. You have to abide by them. Good laws or bad laws, you just have to abide by in order to survive, in order to have at least peace within your life and with your neighbors. It's not easy to live in this world, I know. I know that. Yeah, some send me some articles about some monks who kind of talk bad about me. And they wanted to kind of openly air it. I said, no, these are different monks. They just misunderstood. They just did not read well, study well about my teachings, and they misunderstood. But they are not demons. We only try to fix the demons, not the normal human monks. Monks are just humans. When they do not study a lot, they only get fixed into a square of knowledge of something and fix themselves to it, which is also not bad. It's just that in my position, I have to teach people. I have to know many things. That's why I studied with different religions since I was younger, up till when I came out to take this business. You have to know, because people in the world, they have different opinions and different religious set systems of belief. You have to know in order to explain to them, to teach them, to integrate into their way of knowledge, into their opinion. If you don't know all that, you can't teach people. Suppose I'm just a normal monk. What should I do? Just teach Buddhist people to recite Amitabha Buddha, or recite some mantras, or recite some sutras. If people even have those sutras, there are so many sutras in Buddhism. Thus, we have to know many things in order to live well with other faiths and not be attacking other faiths and always saying, my faith is the best, is the only one, and the others are heretics. That is not the right concept. We have to know many things in order to live well with other faiths and not be attacking other faiths and always saying, my faith is the best, is the only one, and the others are heretics. That is not the right concept. Because as I have studied many religions, I know all main good religions came from the same source, God. And their knowledge, their explanations, their teachings could be understood slightly differently because of the ways they express them. But if you truly know the best method, like the Guanyin method, which is the only method that leads to Buddhahood, then you are highly enlightened. Then you truly understand your religion and all religions is true. Other methods can possibly give you liberation and not return you to suffering, birth, life, sickness, and death. But it won't give you Buddhahood. Some could even take many lifetimes. The Buddha also admitted that. That's why he gathered 25 arhat, great masters of that time, to teach, to explain, expound to his beloved attendant, Ananda, about which method is the best.
Thereupon, the Tathagata said to Manjusri, son of the Dharma king, these 25 bodhisattvas and arhats who no longer need to study and learn have related the expedient methods used by them at the start of their practice for their realization of Bodhi. In reality, each of these methods does not differ from and is neither superior nor inferior to the others. Tell me which one of them is suitable to Ananda so that he can awaken to it, and which one is easy of achievement for the benefit of living beings who, after my nirvana, wish to practice with the bodhisattva vehicle in their search for supreme Bodhi. I now submit to the world-honored one that all Buddhas in this world appear to teach the most appropriate method, which consists in using pervasive sound. The state of samadhi can be realized by means of hearing. Thus was Avalokitesvara freed from suffering. Hail to the regarder of sound, who, during eons countless as Ganges sand, entered as many Buddha lands to win the power and comfort of his independence, and bestow fearlessness upon all living beings. O you who have achieved the sound profound, the seer of sound the purifier, who, unfailing as the sound of ocean tides, saves all beings in the world, make them secure, ensure their liberation and attainment of eternity. Excerpts from the Surangama Sutra.
So the Kuan Bodhisattva has expounded that this Kuan method is the best. It's the one that leads you to Buddhahood, if you want to be with Buddha, and of course liberated at the same time. This is the sure way because it's direct. If you have a direct flight to New York from where you are, then surely you will reach New York. Every other flight will go in different directions, but not to New York. That's the method that the Buddha emphasized for the assembly of his monks, including Ananda. And that's the method I teach. But you see, not every monk knows this method. There are some monks who came and studied with me and they know it. But how many other monks would know this exceptional, best method of the 84,000 methods that you can choose from to enlighten yourself and also to liberate yourself? With a master, of course, with a living master who teaches you, of course. It's not just the method, it's the masters who master it. If you are lucky to meet such a one and are taught this superior method, then you surely will be enlightened and will become a Buddha. Thus, Shakyamuni Buddha, the world honored one, introduced this to Ananda through Manjushri Bodhisattva, who exultingly praised the master of Kuan method, contemplating the inner eternal sound stream. Kuan Yin, as this Bodhisattva spent numerous eons practicing this method for self-realization and for rescuing the suffering beings in all worlds. From 84,000 methods, the Buddha taught Ananda the Kuan Yin method, the method to contemplate on the original eternal sound within and the eternal light within. That's the method that will lead you to Buddhahood, total enlightenment. But alas, how many monks know this? That's why they attack me, because they misunderstand. Not all monks who attack me are demons. Thus, I do not always respond to all the attacks. Shakyamuni Buddha taught also many other methods of different levels to his followers, as you know already. So he introduced many other Buddhas to them, like Amitabha Buddha, Medicine Buddha, Krisikava Bodhisattva, etc. And the Buddha also taught the method of contemplating the physical body. And some even contemplated so deeply that they saw the body is only bones. Of course, that's the structure of our body, the frame which our body is built upon. But this body and all this structure and the minds, which are functions to direct the body's parts to function, these are from the second level only. Thus, if you contemplate on that, you might avoid hell, and maybe when you go up there, you see the Buddha and other holy saints, then you can learn with them. But it takes a long, long, long time. And many other methods contemplate on different chakras of the body, meaning different centers of the body, even from the feet upward, or from this solar plexus onward. But it takes long journey and long practice. It could be many lifetimes until you reach the crown chakra. So the Guanyin method brings you the best, the highest, starting from the highest chakra already. But it needs a master, truly an expert master who can open it for you to go up there. You see, the highest chakra needs an enlightened master to help you to open it up. And some so-called masters also teach you similar inner light and sound methods. But if his level is low, then that's all he can take you to. Like he only attained the second level or third level, for example, then that's all. That is where he can take you. He can't take you any further than that. And some fake masters, of course, they don't have anything to teach you. They just talk the same. They copy my talk. Exactly. Even copy, playing with bird people. Then, oh my God. It's such evil, because to mislead people into your low, evil domain is the worst thing you can do to anyone. But of course, evil entities, they do that. That's what they do. They mislead people, they cheat people, they delude people into believing in them so that they can have a bigger entourage, so they can control them, can enslave them and make them do wicked things for them, to make the world chaotic and loveless and warlike, so that they can control people's minds. And then they can create war and all that in order to eat up the astral bodies and the energies of the agonizingly dead, or even still alive, half dead, or nearly dead people. So it's very dangerous to be near some monsters like that, who fake to be a monk or fake to be a teacher. In some of the black magic or normal magical practice, some people can be adapted to suck in the juice out of, for example, an orange, so that they don't have to even eat the orange. They can use their magical mind to suck up all the juice from the orange and make the orange become empty and squeeze up, just an empty shell. Furthermore, some evil people, they have this kind of power to suck up people's life force and energy. So whoever goes near them or believes in them, if they want to eat that person up, then they keep sucking them up gradually until that person withers and dies, like a dead flower, nothing left. It depends on how many evil fake masters do that together to one person. If only one, then it takes long, and then that person doesn't die and wither so quickly. It's slowly. Yeah, most of them, they do that so that nobody suspects their evil deed. And also they don't need a person's life force or the life force in one day or one go. They do it slowly, sipping it, like you sip in water. And this is really evil. So you might see somebody who has been kind of adored by the big public, or even been forced a title of Buddha, living Buddha on them, but that person will cause death, sudden death immediately, or slow death by making the followers or the monks next to them die slow death with severe sickness. It doesn't have to be a monk, just somebody who follows that idol closely, then suddenly just becomes ill, gravely ill, and slowly dies. Or dies quickly. It depends also on how many entities in that group will suck up that person's life force. This is very dangerous, to just believe in anybody. There's so much work for me to do, and so much I can't even explain. I just hope some people would understand, or at least my own God disciples, they should understand this. That's why I explain all this to you. And that's why God wanted me to reveal those evil entities, there are more still hidden or not easy to be exposed, though this is a time they will show up more obviously than before. They are also much more powerful because they lured so many humans into their gang, thus doing sinful deeds, earning different painful hell, so the evil demons can use that agonizing energy to empower themselves, because that's how they continue to exist and get stronger. That's their food. So it's better to stay focused only on God, saints, good benevolent thoughts, avoid bad vibe persons, and keep wise friends. Do not go into the cemetery at night, least of all to sleep there, as few are strong enough to deal with the bad energy there. You could be unwittingly possessed by demons. At night, they are ruthless and stronger than usual. Please take good care. If you have to pass through the cemetery, remember God, reciting saints' names non-stop. Ask for protection. May you always be vigilant and safe by heaven's grace. Oh, poor people in this world, poor people.